On April 27, 2026, the Joint War Committee of Lloyd's of London, the body that has set maritime war risk insurance designations since 1941, declared the Sea of Oman and the northern Indian Ocean a high-risk area. The accompanying premium notification set the war risk premium at 9% of hull and machinery value per voyage. A Suezmax class crude tanker insured at $100 million now carries a $9 million premium charge for a single transit. 24 hours later, off the coast of Oman, a private maritime escort vessel registered to a United Kingdom security firm and operating under the name Defiant-X engaged and disabled two Iranian military reconnaissance unmanned aerial vehicles using a directed energy system. The government of Iran declared the operating company an illegal combatant. The United Nations International Maritime Organization opened an emergency session on the same day. The three events describe one structural shift. The structural shift is the privatization of maritime defense at scale, in international waters, in real time. Lloyd's of London is not a company. Lloyd's is a market. The institution operates as a society of corporate and individual underwriting members organized into syndicates that compete for premium and pool risk. The Joint War Committee, established in its modern form during the Second World War, issues area designations that determine which routes require additional war risk premium notification under standard hull and machinery policies. The committee is composed of members from the Lloyd's Market Association and the International Underwriting Association of London. Its decisions move global shipping cost structure within hours of publication. The historic baseline for war risk premium during prolonged regional conflicts is between 5 and 7% of insured value. The April 27 9% designation has no precedent in the 75-year recorded history of the Joint War Committee. The arithmetic of the designation translates directly to fleet operating economics. A major container shipping line conducting 50 transits per month through the affected zone faces a monthly premium exposure of approximately $450 million at full coverage. Annualized, the figure exceeds $5 billion per fleet. The standard alternative under maritime insurance practice is to retain the risk on the operator's own balance sheet through self-insurance arrangements. That alternative requires capital reserves and exposes the operator to single-event catastrophic loss. A third option has emerged. The third option is the contracted private escort. Private maritime security companies, abbreviated as PMSC, originated as an industry response to the Somali piracy era between 2008 and 2014. The original generation of escort firms provided armed guards equipped with infantry rifles, posted on the bridge wing or weather deck of merchant vessels transiting the Gulf of Aden. The 2026 generation operates dedicated escort vessels equipped with directed energy weapons and high-power microwave anti-unmanned aerial system arrays. The leading firms, including Ambry, Diaplos, and Hart Maritime, recruit former special operations personnel from allied military units. A single Tier 1 escort transit charters at between $1.5 and $3 million per vessel voyage. The cost arbitrage against the Lloyd's premium is unambiguous. Maersk, Mediterranean Shipping Company, and other major carriers, according to Tradewinds and Maritime Executive Reporting, have begun integrating contracted PMSC escorts into their standard operating procedures for the affected corridors. The directed energy and microwave systems mounted on the new generation of escort vessels are not military-grade air defense interceptors. They are commercially available solid-state laser arrays in the 30 to 50 kilowatt class and high-power microwave systems with effective ranges of 3 to 5 kilometers against unhardened drone airframes. They were originally designed for airport and critical infrastructure protection and were transferred to maritime use during the 2024 to 2025 procurement cycle under standard commercial export licenses. The Defiant-X engagement on April 28, according to Reuters reporting confirmed by Al Jazeera, intercepted two Iranian Mohajer-class reconnaissance drones at an estimated range of 4 kilometers using a microwave system pulsed at the airframe avionics. The drones lost control and impacted the surface within 90 seconds of the engagement. No munition was discharged from the Defiant-X. The vessel withdrew under standard PMSC engagement protocols and reported the incident to the United Kingdom Maritime Trade Operations Cell. The legal framework that governs the engagement does not exist in finalized form. The International Maritime Organization opened its emergency session on April 27th, the first such session called since 2018. The session is examining a question that the existing maritime law architecture is not equipped to resolve. The question is whether a privately operated commercial vessel engaging a state-flagged military asset in international waters constitutes lawful self-defense under Article 51 of the United Nations Charter, an act of piracy under Article 101 of the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, or a private military engagement that triggers additional state responsibilities under the Geneva Conventions. The committee includes delegations from PMSC operating states, flag states of escorted vessels, and states whose military assets have been engaged. No working draft has been circulated. The diplomatic posture from the United Nations Press Office characterized the proceedings as urgent and unresolved. The government of Iran declared the operating company of the Defiant-X vessel an illegal combatant on the day of the engagement. The Tehran communiqué authorized targeting of any private escort vessel operating in declared Iranian operational zones, regardless of the merchant vessel under escort or its flag of registry. The doctrinal implication for non-aligned merchant traffic is direct. A container vessel registered under the flag of the People's Republic of China, the Republic of Korea, or any European Union member state operating within visual range of a contracted PMSC escort now carries elevated targeting risk under Iranian engagement protocols. The structural reality is that commercial shipping has become the variable in a state versus private actor equation that has no governing precedent in modern international law. The economic transmission of the privatized maritime defense regime moves from premium structure into consumer prices through the standard logistics cost cascade. Container shipping rates reflect the sum of fuel, crew, port fees, and insurance. The April 27th premium designation, even partially absorbed through PMSC contracting, raises the all-in cost per 20-foot equivalent unit by an estimated $150 to $400, depending on origin and destination pair. The increase is not a temporary surcharge. The increase is a recalibration of the cost basis upon which European, North American, and Asian retail pricing has been computed since the 2014 normalization of post-piracy era shipping. Consumer electronics, textiles, packaged food imports, automotive components, and pharmaceutical inputs will reflect the cost recalibration on retail shelves over the next 2 to 3 quarters. The structural pattern visible in the April 28 Defiant-X engagement is older than the Lloyd's market itself. The British East India Company, chartered in 1600 and dissolved in 1858, maintained a private army of approximately 50,000 soldiers and a private navy of more than 100 armed vessels for 2.5 centuries. The company governed maritime commerce in the Indian Ocean as a sovereign quasi-state. The architecture of that arrangement was understood to have ended with the rise of the modern nation-state after 1945. The April 28th engagement is the first commercially significant event in 250 years to reactivate the architecture in international waters. The structural conclusion is that global maritime security is no longer the exclusive domain of state navies. It is being repriced as a service the markets can purchase from any operator able to invoice it. The state navy is being replaced by the contractor. The bill arrives at the port of discharge.